Hey everyone, and thank you for tuning into LearnCast. My name is Allison Chen, and today we will be discussing shopping. To start off, we will be talking about colors. Before you go shopping for anything, whether that be food or clothes, it is really important to know how to describe the color of the product that you're looking for. Red is called 红色, with 红 being the second tone and 色 being the fourth tone. I know these tones don't really matter while you're writing or reading, but they're very important in speaking. So I will specify the tones that you will be using to pronounce the rest of the colors. Orange is 橙色, which is the second tone followed by the fourth tone. Yellow is 黄色, which is again the second tone followed by the fourth tone. Green, however, is called 绿色, which are both fourth tones. Blue is 蓝色, which is the second tone followed by the fourth tone. Purple is 紫色, which is the third tone followed by the fourth tone. Pink is known as 粉红色, which is made of 3 characters instead of 2, and is the third, second, and then fourth tone. Gray is 灰色, which is the first tone followed by the fourth tone. Brown is 棕色, which is also the first tone followed by the fourth tone. Lastly, black is known as 黑色, which is again the first tone followed by the fourth tone. Next, we will be talking about the names and measure words of different types of clothing that you can buy. The first measure word we will be learning about is called 件, which uses the fourth tone. 件 is typically used to describe shirts and other clothing that you would wear on your upper body, such as 衬衫, 外套, 夹克, and 毛衣. A 衬衫 is a blouse, which uses the fourth and then first tone when spoken. A 外套 uses the fourth tone for both characters and refers to a coat. A 夹克 uses the second and fourth tone and is known as a jacket in English, which kind of sounds similar. A 毛衣 is the Chinese equivalent of a sweater and uses the second and first tones when spoken. The next few items of clothing we will see uses the measure word 条, which is spoken using the second tone and is used to describe something that is long and thin. Long pants, shorts, dresses, and scarves are examples of clothes that would fit in this category. Long pants are called 长裤, which uses the second and fourth tones. Shorts are 短裤, which uses the third and fourth tones. A dress is known as 裙子, which uses the second and third tones. A scarf is called 围巾, which uses the second and first tones. Lastly, there are some exceptions that don't use either of these measure words, such as hat and outfit. A hat is called a 帽子, which uses the fourth and third tones and requires the measure word 顶, which uses the third tone. An outfit is called 一套洋装, which uses the measure word 套 in the fourth tone and 洋装 in the second and first tones. And now to wrap up our episode for today, I will explain some questions that you can ask when you go out shopping in a Chinese-speaking country. First, if you want to ask how much an item costs, you can ask 这个多少钱? And if the price ends up being too high, a good way to answer that is 太贵了, for that's too expensive. Another problem that you could run into at Chinese stores is how discounts work. When something is 打七折, it actually means that it is 30% off rather than 70% off, as the phrase could suggest. If you want to compare 2 items, you could use the phrase 比较. For example, 这件裙子比较漂亮, which translates to this dress is prettier. And finally, whether you're speaking or writing, always remember to use your sequencing and elaboration words such as 以前 and 以后, meaning before and after, as well as 如果的话, referring to an if-then statement, and 比如说, meaning for example. And that's all we have time for today. Thank you for joining me for our review of shopping. Be sure to follow us on Spotify, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and check our website to stay up to date with latest releases. Until next time, listen, learn, repeat.